Welcome back to. Today, we're diving into the history and value of a fascinating Australian coin that might be hiding in your collection. The 1981 Australia 50-cent coin. Is it just spare change, or could it be a hidden treasure? Let's find out. The Australian 50-cent coin is one of the most iconic and recognizable coins in Australia, thanks to its unusual shape, a 12-sided dodecagon. The coin we're focusing on today was minted in 1981, a time when the country was going through some economic and cultural changes. This coin features two sides. The obverse side shows the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. The reverse side, created by Stuart Devlin, features the Australian coat of arms, complete with the kangaroo and emu. In 1981, a massive number of these coins were minted, over 49 million at the Royal Australian Mint. But that's not all. Because of high demand and coin shortages, the Australian government also outsourced minting to other countries. Two major overseas mints also produced the 1981 50-cent coin: the Royal Mint in London, UK. The Royal Canadian Mint in Canada. Each mint had slight differences in the coin's finish and strike quality, which some collectors use to distinguish between them. Visually, the coins from all three mints look almost identical, no special mint marks. But experts can identify them by subtle differences, like the shape and thickness of the lettering, the strength of the Queen's portrait detail, and the finish of the rim and edges. If you want to know which mint your coin came from, it might take a magnifying glass and some help from online collector communities. Now, the big question. What is a 1981 Australia 50-cent coin worth today in circulated condition? That's right. If it's in decent shape, it can be worth double or more its face value. Even though it's not rare in circulation, people love collecting these coins because of their historical importance and connection to international minting. But what if your coin is in uncirculated or mint condition? If you have a 1981 50-cent coin that was never used, stored in pristine condition, or part of a mint set, it could be worth $5 to $15 AUD, or even more to the right buyer. And here's the exciting part: error coins. Some 1981 50-cent coins have misstrikes, doubling, or off-center images. These can fetch $50 or more, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. If you want to start collecting 1981 50-cent coins or look for valuable ones, here are a few tips. Check old coin jars or inherited coin collections. Use a magnifier to spot details or errors. Store coins in plastic holders to prevent damage. Join Australian coin forums or Facebook groups for expert insights. Avoid cleaning coins ***, as it can reduce their value. So, is your 1981 Australia 50-cent coin valuable? If it's circulated, it's a cool piece of history worth a little over face value. But if it's in great condition, or even better, has a rare mint error, it could be worth quite a bit more. The story of the Australian 50-cent coin dates back to 1966, when Australia first adopted decimal currency. The original 50-cent coin was made of 80% silver, but due to rising silver prices, it became too expensive to produce. By 1969, a new version was introduced, larger, heavier, and made of copper nickel, and that's the design we still recognize today. Fast forward to 1981, a significant year not only for Australian coinage but also for global minting collaboration. That year, Australia faced unusually high demand for circulating coins. To meet this need, the Royal Australian Mint reached out to other mints for help. In a rare move, production of the 1981 50-cent coin was split among three countries: Australia ***, the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, United Kingdom ***, the Royal Mint in London, and Canada, the Royal Canadian Mint. Each mint struck millions of coins, but none included visible mint marks, making it a challenge for collectors today to identify their origin. Despite the high mintage, over 49 million coins, the 1981 edition is still popular among collectors. It stands as a reminder of an era when Australia's coin production went international. The coin remained unchanged in design, with Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, and the Australian coat of arms on the reverse, a symbol of national pride with the kangaroo and emu standing tall. The Queen's portrait used on the 1981 coin was by Arnold Machin, a design that had been in use since 1966 and would later be replaced in 1985 with a newer portrait by Raphael Maclot UF. So, the 1981 50-cent coin isn't just metal. It's a piece of history, reflecting Australia's economic pressures, its relationship with other Commonwealth nations, and its commitment to maintaining a strong currency system during times of global and local change. 1976 20-cent coin. Is it just pocket change, or could it be a collector's gem? Let's find out. The 1976 Australian 20-cent coin is part of the country's decimal currency system, first introduced in 1966. This coin features the majestic image of a platypus swimming across water, a design by the legendary Stuart Devlin. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. It's a coin made of copper-nickel, weighing 11.31 grams and measuring 28.52 millimeters in diameter. In 1976, approximately 47.1 million of these 20-cent coins were minted by the Royal Australian Mint. That's quite a high number, which means, for most collectors, this coin is relatively common in circulated condition. You'll still find it in jars, drawers, or older collections throughout Australia today. Now, let's talk value. If you have a 1976 20-cent coin that's been in circulation, meaning it shows signs of wear, its value is typically between $0.25 to $0.50 AUD, depending on condition. In the US market, this usually translates to about 20 to 35 cents USD. So, for most circulated coins, you're looking at just a bit over face value. Not bad, but nothing too rare. But, and this is important, if you happen to have a high-grade uncirculated coin, especially graded by companies like PCGS or NGC, the value increases. A 1976 20-cent coin in MS65 or higher could fetch $10 to $25 AUD, and sometimes more if it's in pristine condition with no scratches or tarnish. These coins are far less common and highly sought after by serious collectors. Collectors look for sharp details on the Queen's portrait, full strike on the platypus, original luster, and no signs of damage or cleaning. Coins that are stored in albums or holders right after minting are more likely to retain that condition. If you think you have one, it might be worth sending it to a grading service. There haven't been any widely reported major errors for the 1976 20-cent coin, but minor die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes can increase a coin's value. Always keep your eyes peeled when examining older coins. Rare errors can easily boost value into the hundreds of dollars. To wrap it up, the 1976 Australia 20-cent coin is a common yet classic piece of decimal currency history. While circulated versions might only fetch a few cents over face value, high-grade uncirculated coins or rare errors could be a small treasure hiding in your collection. Check your drawers, coin jars, and family keepsakes. You never know what's waiting to be discovered. To truly appreciate the 1976 20-cent coin, we need to go back to 1966, when Australia officially switched from the British-style pounds, shillings, and pence system to the decimal currency system. The new decimal coins featured uniquely Australian themes, and the 20-cent coin was no exception. It was introduced alongside the 1, 2, 5, 10, and 50-cent pieces. The reverse of the 20-cent coin was designed by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to Queen Elizabeth II. Devlin chose the platypus, an iconic and mysterious Australian animal, to symbolize the country's unique wildlife. That same design remained unchanged for decades and became one of the most recognizable coins in Australian circulation. By 1976, the coin was well established in daily life across Australia, used for everything from buying newspapers to grabbing a meat pie. Though it wasn't a special commemorative year, it remains a nostalgic piece of history from the mid-70s, during a time of social and economic changes in Australia. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you never miss a hidden coin story from. Got a special coin you'd like us to feature next? Drop it in the comments below.